Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to the brand new podcast, Are You Garbage? I am your host, H. Foley. Sitting directly across from me is my number one, my co-host, my sidekick, my side chick. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin James Ryan.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy to be here. I like how you welcomed everybody back to the first episode, which I think is impossible. But
I don't believe I said welcome back. I was
did.
very cautious of that.
You did. You fumbled the first pass. I get it, though.
Time is a flat circle.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Very nice, Kevin. And, of course, sitting to our immediate right is our inauguratory guest here on Are You Garbage? Okay, a good friend of ours. Started on the Philly comedy scene together. He's up here doing pretty good things, okay? Not falling behind, not showing off. Good pal of ours, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ian Fidance.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here. Thank you for having me on the first episode. It's an honor. And even more than that, I just feel blessed to have Foley give us both backhanded compliments
I know, right?
on his intro.
Yeah.
My sidekick.
Yeah, like you don't think he wrote that? He wrote that 3 weeks ago, this
He's
fucking
not
guy.
doing great, but he's not
Yeah.
doing bad.
Right.
Give it up for middle-of-the-road Fidance, you stupid fat piece of shit.
The meaty
Holy
part of the curve, Ian.
Yeah.
You can't talk to the host like that.
Yeah, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to Kevin like that.
He's just made. He's got to get back and return that cool new shirt he's got on.
Yeah, I know.
cool new jacket,
Foley has to
Hawaiian
get out of here
stripes.
and play a game of racquetball with his glasses.
It's squash.
Is it hard with that haircut? Is it hard to play squash and bully an 8th grader at the same time?
Yeah, I'd say Buzz, your girlfriend.
Oh
Wolf.
my God!
Where's your tarantula?
Foley's
at?
Buzz
Fucking
and the
loser.
girlfriend at the same time.
You
Not
stink.
too shabby. So listen, gang, this is our brand new podcast, like I said. It's called Are You Garbage? Okay, well, we sit down with the guest every week and determine if, in fact, are they a piece of trash?
Because, so this is my theory. Is we're all fucking trashed. It doesn't matter. It has to do with money or anything, because, like, he grew up, like, you grew up kind of poor, right? Or how'd you grow
I
up?
wouldn't say poor. I was middle class.
The meaty part of the curve, for sure. Middle
Not
of the road.
showing off. Not
But, like,
falling behind.
my family had a little bit of money at times because, but it was, like, very blue collar. So we were, like, still fucking trash. We lived in, like, a nice neighborhood, but we were, like.
They're like
there-
race cars.
Yeah, there was a big NASCAR fan. There was like there was a shed that was never finished in the backyard type
Yes,
thing. Yeah,
your
it's-
home was like new construction.
Yeah, it's just always
Like
there's
a Mc-
always something
like a McMansion.
Yeah,
Big on
exactly.
the outside, empty on the inside.
There was always one
That's
poor
what we lived
family.
in. We lived in
Yes.
a
There was always one poor family that lived in that neighborhood.
There was
the
always a
yard
cou-
wasn't done. Oh my God.
Well, like I mowed the lawn while everybody else had like a landscaping service. I was out there with the John Deere,
Do you remember the kid growing up where you could do anything in their house? The
Yeah.
parents were like never around.
It's my buddy Justin.
But it was always like dirty. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, we had kids like that in the neighborhood. My mom used to wash my toys in the dishwasher after
After
they
you
would come
came
over
back.
and play. yeah.
Wash you in the dishwasher. Ian, get in there.
Oh my God.
That Scheibel kid's dirty.
They had like 9. They kept having kids because they weren't a girl.
Yikes!
I mean, it was like, God, can you move to China?
But if you're
Please.
I know, right?
when you were a little
Put a
kid,
cap
did you,
on this.
did
Yeah,
you ever
one
go to
and
a
done.
friend's house and be like, "Oh man, I don't want to eat over." Like that's
Yeah,
how
a lot
skanky
of
they were.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Really? I had one
Hey, a
that.
free meal is a free meal. Am I right?
yeah.
Do you have any I can take home to my mother?
Yeah.
Were you the kid that used to force himself going over to the friend's house to eat? Can I stay over?
No, my house is a house.
I bet you a lot of
everyone
parents hated your
My
guts
house- no.
as a little kid.
No,
Everyone
you
loved
probably got
me.
along with moms really well.
I got along with everyone, man. My house was a house everyone came over to play at. And
What age
whether
are we
it was
talking?
in like grade school. Well, it was like
A couple weeks ago.
yeah. It was
Can Steve come over and play, Ma?
dude, do you remember when you would want to have a sleepover, you call and then you go, "Can my mom talk to your mom?"
Oh,
do you remember
yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah.
For them to like plan it.
I
and then you
hated
just get
that.
I loved it because it was so exciting.
No, it was
to have
too
someone
scary.
else do
I'm
do
like,
the
my mom can't
plans.
talk to other people. What's
My,
going on?
my
here?
mom, for some reason, was real weird about that shit. She hated.
Yeah, because
me
she'd have to clean the trailer.
Terry, put your pants on.
yeah.
The fat one's got friends coming over.
Yeah,
No, she
clean
hated-
the wood panel.
She hated,
Get
even
the
all
Windex
through
out.
high school, she hated me sleeping out at like friends' house. Like it was always a thing of like, what? You don't want to stay here? You don't want to stay here with your family?
That's that Irish guilt laying
Yeah,
on
and
ya.
you know what it was? Because I remember when I was born in a place called Mountaintop. All right,
It's fucking garbage for sure.
Wow.
Mountaintop, PA.
Oh my God.
And my cousins
Sounds
lived
like a girl you dated in college.
My cousins lived next door, but then they moved.
That's another sign of garbage when your cousins share
Oh,
the same
when
property
you,
line.
When you live
If your cousins
next
are,
to family,
that's,
oh my God.
yeah.
So listen, so they moved in kindergarten, and this hot young couple moved in. This is early '80s. All right, these people were attractive,
Doing
And
aerobics and shit, playing
Yeah.
volleyball in the backyard.
She was smoking. I knew
Yeah.
this in kindergarten. All right. But he worked for Kellogg's, so they had all these little boxes of cereal all the time. Remember the little
here we go.
You
the
were in
Kellogg's
heaven.
minis?
Wow.
So I would go over there all the time and like
You know
I would,
how many of their dogs got killed because Foley blamed it on Fido?
Yeah.
I think it was a dog. He's got Cheerios coming out of his mouth.
No, but like for some reason, me and this woman like really hit it off, and like I would go over there all the time and hang
You and
out.
this woman hit it off.
I'm telling you.
I think you were molested.
Yeah, right. She used to lure me over with tasty treats and sugary
I tell
sugary
you,
snacks.
If she molested me, I hope I don't want it to be blocked out.
Yeah.
She was all right. She looked like Farrah Fawcett.
Bounce a quarter off that thing, huh?
But I remember one time my mom like screaming at me like, "Why are you over there all the time?" And like gave me.
Yeah,
like,
you
the
were
really
hanging
big
out with the fucking hot 22-year-old.
What's a reverse Oedipus complex?
Yeah,
Where the
that's
mom
what-
wants to fuck
where
the
the mom
son.
wants to fuck the son. That's what.
Ooh, that's nice.
Now we're talking. I've googled that a couple of times.
Talk about my mom talking to your mom. What is this going?
Yeah. Put your mom's pussy on the phone.
So
Ian,
what Kevin is
that's
saying.
where the line is, Ian.
So what Kevin is
What,
saying
something
is
that's not funny.
That's exactly where we draw the line.
what Kevin is saying is that being garbage isn't determined by money or social class. It's just the kind of habits that you develop,
Well,
that you get from your parents, or that your parents might not be like. I don't really think my parents are trash, but I know I'm trash.
Well, my thing is, I have a joke about this, about how we're all garbage, but the good thing about garbage is that you can recycle. So no matter how bad you are, you can always change
Just
and
threw
be
up in my
something
mouth a
better.
little bit.
No, I understand for sure. For
You
sure.
know?
Yeah.
That's like something.
Do you think so? You do think you're garbage?
Well, that's
'Cause we were
why
having- we were talking
that's
about
why I shove cans up my ass and puke up cardboard. Recycling plant.
Yeah,
Re-
what's
re-
it-
regular
You sound
landfill
like an
over
inner
here.
city 8th grade teacher.
I used
That's
to
why
be
we-
one.
Oh my God!
Yes,
right. Yeah, I
used
forgot.
To be one.
Wait, you actually taught?
Yes.
No, you
I taught the inner city since I was like fucking in college.
All right, take it easy, Joe Brown.
I-
Fucking relax. What's his name?
Joe Clark.
Joe Clark,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't pull it either.
I truly, when I was a teacher, I thought it was a
got a
mixture of
mega-
Joe Clark and Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought if I carried a bat and wore a leather jacket and sat backwards, I
Yeah.
would change
Yeah,
Or a
Yeah,
leather
for
skirt,
sure.
baseball bat and a leather skirt. The kids didn't know
yeah,
what to think. Where were you a teacher?
New York City.
Hold
baby.
on, wait, hold on.
They'll hire anybody.
I taught in.
You-
I taught in.
did you went to
4 5
NYU?
boroughs. Yeah.
You went to NYU and graduated from NYU.
5 years. I took a victory lap.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
think-
Talk about garbage. I fucking.
Hey,
had
well,
to-
he didn't even fucking. He left college to follow Fish on
I
tour.
skid-
Dude,
Battle.
talk about garbage. I had to take a semester of all incompletes because I was just drinking alone all the time, and then told all my professors I was in rehab and sold everything I had for drugs.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, because
And I didn't know at the time that I was having alcohol withdrawals, so when I went in the room, I was just naturally shaking. So they like really took me seriously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well,
You know?
yeah, you're going.
But
Yeah, the DTs.
as my, I've since made amends with them individually and everything. But what I had to do was I had to take an extra semester. So I had to do one semester, my normal semester, plus the old semester workload, plus work at the same time, plus
Jesus.
student teach. It was a fucking insane.
That sounds
semester
fucking
of college,
terrible.
Plus being an alcoholic. So it was a lot.
At least it was fun.
It was a lot.
I think we answered the garbage question here. We
yeah.
can wrap this puppy
Dude,
up.
my
Bring in the next guest, everybody.
I had-
Ian, thanks for stopping by. You're
dude-
fucking trash.
Dude, I had my last
Please go out the
day-
back door.
I had an essay due, and my last day student teaching, the night before I went out with friends, and it was like 5 p.m. And I was like, this is my last essay, my last day
Yeah,
student
this is it,
teaching,
the
my
big
last day
hurrah,
is like
yeah.
the end of it. Oh my God, let's do shots. And they're like, why don't we just have a beer? And I go, no, let's do shots. So I got a round of shots.
do
for
heroin,
everyone,
yeah.
And no one wanted to do
Did you
shots. I
shots?
was like, I'll take them.
Yeah.
So then
I've
I
done that.
You were
stumbled
that
home.
guy?
I've done that for sure.
And I was like, okay, before I write this essay, let me just take a gravity bong hit, and then I'll fucking
me
do
clear my
work.
head, yeah.
Dude, I woke up at 3 a.m., a fucking mess, had it due the next morning.
Buddy, I didn't know you had it that bad.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking nuts, bro.
Were you boozing when you were an inner
don't
city
get-
teacher?
Yes, dude. I was stopping at the deli, chugging a beer, puking in a trash can, and then going in and teaching Shakespeare.
Really?
It was fucking nuts.
Huh.
To be garbage or
It's a
not
nice
to be
little-
garbage.
nice
I,
little
I
sitcom.
was garbage for a very long time, and I've done my due diligence.
How
to
garbage
recycle.
moments do inform against me.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It's a nice little script there you got. A nice little treatment on that.
yeah.
Yeah, that was his elevator pitch. That was a long fucking elevator, though. I'll tell you that much. I went to the 190th floor. That thing.
Pressed all
This
the
isn't
buttons.
this isn't I was a booze bag and a shitty teacher podcast. This is Are You Garbage,
But it was
baby.
pretty funny. So I was like, I think Ian will be a great first guest. One, we have a history, everything like that, and plus he's fucking trash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No-brainer.
Unabashful trash.
Yes.
And then for the listener, before we started recording and filming this, Ian pulls out a fucking red bandana. Like the
What's with that?
nerdiest blood gang member I've ever seen in my life, and blows his nose in it, and then proceeds to wipe his face with it.
Now, when will you wash that?
Dude, you cannot be under 80 and carry a fucking handkerchief.
My grandfather carried a handkerchief,
Yeah,
and he helped
exactly.
raise me, so I carry a handkerchief. But my dad wore bandanas. My grandfather had a handkerchief, so let's combine the two: a bandana handkerchief.
Hang on, raised by grandparents?
That's fucking garbage.
Ooh, slept in beds with adults.
It was like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I did that. I slept in beds with adults.
Oh yeah, totally.
My
But
aunt.
dude,
Yeah, that neighbor of yours.
Yo, speaking of bandanas, when I was teaching in Brownsville, and
That's garbage too, right there. Speaking of
pulled out-
bandanas.
kids would throw out bags of weed on the desk. Be like, what do you think of this Cali Kush? And I'd be like, I think if I turn around and it's still there, I'm going home and smoking a bag of weed.
Jesus.
So I turn around, they take it. It was like to test me. And then I, was sweating. I pulled out a red bandana, and this kid was
Flying
like,
colors.
they were like, listen,
When
Mr.
was
Fidance,
this?
They were. This was like 2006, 2007, and this kid was like, listen, Mr. Fidance, I like you. You got to throw that bandana away right now.
What color was it?
Because it was red, and they were like, the Crips outside
Yeah,
the
man.
school are gonna kill you. And I was like, I'm a teacher, and he goes, they don't care. So I just dropped it in a
Oh, yeah,
trash
those
can.
the gang members that,
I've never been more scared in New York City than going to and from the school in Brownsville to teach.
I could imagine.
one of my kids got
Taught in Brown.
one
tough
of my
neighborhood.
one of my kids got his cell phone stolen, and word got out that he told insurance to get a new phone, and they beat the shit out of him, and his mom took him out of school, and they moved to Michigan.
How's the lacrosse program? Is it still flourishing as it was?
Jesus Christ.
Big water polo school.
Yeah. Kids would be on the cell phone in class. Like, this was a school where you went to if you got kicked out of another
Yeah,
school.
my brother-in-law
you had to
taught
get
at
a
one of
final
those in
credit.
Philly, yeah.
You spent time in juvenile detention, whatever. So kids would be in class on the cell phone talking about like different guns they own, and I'd just be like, I gotta pick and choose
Guys,
my
on the
battles.
board, please. I'm
Yeah,
Mr. Fidance.
I really had to learn about like choosing the fires to put out.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which battles to take.
But then, it was great. I would just fucking drink a 40 on the way home, forget about it.
And then you moved to Philly and started doing comedy.
I moved to
2008.
Delaware. I moved to Delaware.
Quit bragging,
and then
huh?
started doing comedy in Philly in
You moved
2011.
back to Delaware.
Yes.
That's where you grew up.
Yes.
Wilmington,
I left at
Delaware.
18, moved back.
That's
Left in
trashy, too.
2003.
If you leave at 18, you're garbage.
Moved back.
Was it like very
in
Springsteen-esque, like,
2008.
you put your guitar in your back and
There's a
hit the-
time for
Oh,
the loser.
yeah.
hit the road. I'm going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
somebody.
It was like, and I
Putting
never.
this whole DuPont factory in my rear view.
Going to be an alcoholic teacher in Brooklyn. I'll show you, Ma.
I'll be somebody. I'm going to go drink a 40 and steal weed from adolescents.
Yeah. Why get a bed when there's a curb with a built-in pillow? But that was I left at 18, and that was fucking wild because I'd never been away from home, and I'm in New York
Seems
City.
like you took it well. You adjusted quite well. Yeah.
It was fucking rough, bro.
Jesus
Now, do
Christ.
you think you're garbage?
Yeah, but I work on it every day to not be. I fully am aware that I wasn't raised to be garbage, but at a certain point, because of X, Y, and Z,
certain
I
things
turned
happen.
into
You realize
garbage.
you're garbage, yeah.
And in getting to know that child that was not ever meant to be garbage, I've gotten rid of the garbage. Through therapy, I've taken out the pieces, put them on the ground, inspected, and decided to throw this out, keep this, whatever. And so I really work hard to recycle my garbage and not be that piece of shit.
Well,
that
see,
I
I
was.
think
I was a piece of shit as a coping mechanism.
I think
Yeah.
some garbage things are good. or homie?
Like what?
Well, we'll get into it when we play the game. Just questions about
When you're 6 and your neighbor fucks you for fucking Kellogg's frosted
Yeah,
flakes.
yeah. When your neighbor's got a set of tits.
I mean, I don't think it's totally things that you need to be ashamed of. I mean, I don't know what you were doing.
Yeah, but when you're
What's
you're
the last garbage
in,
movie that you did?
When,
The
well,
trashiest
when
thing
you're,
that you did.
When you're in active addiction,
Well, that's a
you
little
behave
different. Yeah,
in a
yeah.
way that you never thought you would to
Sure.
get what you need to get to be well.
Oh, sure.
You know,
All right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so like you just do things that you're like I can't, and then that would keep me acting in a garbage way because I would act out and do something shameful, then I would drink to make the shame go away, and then I'd feel such shame, I'd have to do a shameful thing again to make that go, and it was just
Yeah,
this
yeah.
repeated cycle,
It's just a downhill.
a fucking shame cycle that you got to get yourself out of. You know,
Sounds like a good time. Huh? I like where this is going.
yeah,
That aside,
yes.
what's the last thing you did that was garbage? Like example, I thought today I did something that was pretty trashy. I really had to poop, but I was hungry, so I was eating while
Nuh-uh.
not on the toilet. No,
I've done that.
No,
Really?
Ew. You've
I've eaten on the toilet. I've drank in the shower. I've
Well,
smoked
drinking in
on
the
the
shower
toilet.
is different, dude.
I've-
Fecal
Wait a
matter and
Wait a minute.
sandwiches don't
No,
go together.
I'm just saying that I had to go, but I kept sitting there eating. When I had to go.
That's a fat thing. I don't know if that's really fucking garbage.
Yeah.
That's a fat piece of shit that's like, I want to finish
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's like the bag of fat from Fight Club that they pull out.
Yeah.
You've
the
eaten
surgery
on the
center.
toilet?
Yeah, dog. Name a thing. I've done it. Name a thing. I guarantee I've done it.
Sex with a dog.
You are close to that dog of yours.
It's a cat,
Oh, I think you have a dog too.
and I
though.
kiss him on the lips.
Yeah, no, you get a little weird with those animals.
I love animals.
Yeah.
No, but I practiced kissing on my dog when I was younger. I would,
How old?
Not with my
22?
mouth, but just like
That's
having
it. I'm
my
leaving
arm
Delaware.
around it
One more for the
and
road,
be
Toots.
like, how do you do this with a girl? And like lean in and then be like, I love you, like that. But I wish it was a girl.
That's pretty good.
But I never had sex with an animal.
What's the
I would hope
trashiest
so.
thing
I
you've done?
I did something recently. I was on the.
We should play garbage bingo with me, and I guarantee we'll hit all the fucking numbers.
Yeah, it's just five things get called. And you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
I did a thing recently. I was at a, you know, money's tight a little bit. You know, I'm not rolling in the dough over here. So I was at a club on the road, and
Kevin's getting married, you know.
I'm getting married.
I know.
On
That's
2 days.
You're getting married in 2 days?
Yeah.
Ian.
Shut the fuck
Ian.
up.
Ian. City Hall. Trash.
Oh.
That's the way.
Garbage.
The
way to do it.
ceremony's not in 2 days.
Yeah, Friday. Friday.
With everyone invited.
Yeah, it's small though. It's very small.
No, we all got screwed. He didn't invite any of us. I know what
You're
you're
not
fishing.
invited?
I know what you're fishing for.
Dude, can I tell you a thing about invitations to a wedding?
What?
So talking about being garbage, I've had a tendency to like really isolate and like extract myself from like friends. And I mean, I've done it with you guys.
Have you ever gone to a
know what I
wedding
mean?
and not given a gift?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's a fucking
Dude,
dirtbag.
so
for
so
sure.
a
I've
guy,
I did it to somebody that's like a family friend, and I hadn't seen him in like 20 years, and I saw him because when my aunt passed away, he came to the funeral, and I got a real strong feeling
He ain't over it.
No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like that.
Dude,
fucking-
I showed up, I danced, I got sauced up, I made everyone have a fun time. That's a better gift than
Then
fucking
yeah.
That's
giving
what you
these
leave
rich people
feeling?
cash.
That's what a garbage person tells himself.
Yeah,
You
totally.
don't need my 25
Totally.
bucks. I
Well,
was
dude,
out
that-
there.
I had to pay for parking.
Yeah,
That-
moving
that-
and shaking. I
gotta-
took the
Oh,
bus
dude!
here.
For
I had
one
to rent a
wedding
suit.
gift, I took my buddy and his
You're
wife out to
fucking
the
trash.
Cheesecake Factory. That
Oh
was
my
gift to
god!
them. I never had money. What do you want?
I mean, that's a fucking.
You know, you gotta-
that's they probably hated
You
that.
gotta
thing.
improvise.
They hated that gift.
Cheesecake Factory's delicious.
Oh my god, that's
Dude,
fucking
I've
I'm
never
so-
given a gift. It's always
It's always
cash.
cash.
Oh, you
check,
always get
cash.
Yeah, I'd rather have cash or whatever.
Foley's mom asked me where I was registered. I told him JG Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now.
Oh my God.
Ship that fucking cash.
Rent a center.
He's not registered anywhere.
No.
Why are you doing this so fast?
He's not doing it fast.
You just got engaged 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
The day Cotton died, you fucking put a ring on her finger.
Did you?
Like when one door
It was
closes, another
like
opens.
Day after or something like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I gotta tell you. So I for whatever reason, and I figured out, I've had massive abandonment issues, so I'll get close and then I leave so you don't have a chance to leave me.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of time like isolating, whatever, and I'm very much like a lone wolf, and I just have to accept it, whatever. But I was
kill
really,
Billy over here.
Well,
Let's go.
I say that to say I
Keep
was
it
really
light.
close.
So there I am, staring at a noose, and I'm not sure what to do. But, I figured the Cheesecake Factory dates next week. I'll take Billy and Jamie out,
You're being too hard on yourself.
I've had a lot of friends who've been there for me, and I've chosen not to be in their lives, whatever. So this guy that best friend, lived with him on and off since we were like 18, whatever. Kind of went. We just and when you get involved in comedy, you kind of lose everyone, 'cause
everybody
just
gets
so
cut out.
focused
Yeah,
on whatever,
for
right?
sure.
So I'm living with two of our other best friends. We lived together in college. We lived together after college, right? So they're talking about his wedding, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, the save the date is whatever. Oh, actually, the invitation, whatever." And I'm kind of listening through the weeks, and then like they're like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready for the wedding next weekend." I'm like, "Huh." So I text him. I go, "Hey man, I know our mail system's messed up sometimes. I think my invitation got lost.
It
in
ain't
the
messed
mail."
up, buddy. You stink.
I did not
Hey,
get
I
invited
know
to the
the
wedding,
course. I
and
know-
I hit him up and go, "Hey, I think the invitation got lost in the mail." And he
That's
goes, "I didn't want to have this conversation, but it's a small wedding, and we also haven't been closed." And I'm like,
I know the current state of Latin America is very up and down right
my
now.
God.
But it's odd. I didn't
I-
receive my.
I did not take the social cue, and I had such hubris to be like, "Well, the mail's messed up.
Yeah.
Maybe they put it in another
I'm not an
box."
asshole. It
Yeah.
could be the whole thing in Syria.
I'm not an
Who
asshole.
knows?
It's UPS. I'm not an asshole. The
my
mail's,
God.
everyone's doing emails now.
Hey, Gary, it's Ian. Listen, I understand that you can't afford to send out invites, and you're probably calling people and probably lost
I mean,
my
how
number.
crazy is that?
That's fucking. That's a
That's
crazy
garbage.
person. That's a garbage move.
Yes.
You could have stopped that on so many levels, but you just
But
blew
I
right
was
through
like,
all the
in
lights.
Did you get the
what
invite,
world
though?
am I not invited to this wedding?
Hey, mark me now for the chicken.
I didn't get invited.
And no gift.
But I'll tell you, talking to him about it, we
guys
had
need
like
my old blender?
We had like a talk about our friendship and everything,
Yeah.
and it actually
Every spark-
brought us like
yeah,
closer.
yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
it was
Reconnected.
good in the end, But
Still not
what
getting near that buffet,
a
huh?
fucking move.
That's
dude.
a tough one,
Stop
dude. That's
gripping the mic
fucking
like that. I
that's
feel like
terrible.
that's- Can't be
Right,
good.
sorry.
I'm at this comedy club and I'm on the road and this
I didn't
guy.
mean to yell at you.
I think about this
I didn't mean to yell at you.
2 or 3 times a day, and I didn't have so obviously I was featuring, so it's like you're not making a whole bunch of money, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the club takes care of you and everything, but you always gotta tip off the staff, very
Yeah, I
heavy,
gotta break the staff off.
And they were super nice. It was super good. Everything was great. So the first night I hit them. Next night too. I always want to do it on the. I don't know. I always do it the night up. The night.
I used to do
because
at the end of the
sometimes-
weekend. They
But sometimes they
switch.
turn
Yes.
over, and then you get there on Saturday, and you're like, "Where's Gary?" They're like, "Oh, he's off."
What do you give?
And he hates your
It
guts.
depends what I get. If I'm like drinking or if I get dinner, or sometimes I just get like 2 Diet Cokes or whatever. So it depends. But typically if I like get a meal, I give you what I would have got.
That
for the
take
meal.
care of you at the end of the weekend shit. Come on.
Well, typically it's when you get paid too.
I
so
used
it's
to do
like-
that, but now I do.
I do.
Night
I
of.
do night of. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I only get coffees.
Yeah. So it's
and
like you
then,
shouldn't
like, a
be
meal or
really.
whatever.
You don't get a hot meal?
Oh, I always. Well, yeah. I meant like drink wise.
Yeah.
Because the drinks you'll rack up. Whatever.
Yeah. So, I don't think I ate. But I might have had like a couple Diet Cokes or whatever.
Oh, I'm starting to get.
I know, dude.
the
It fucking kills.
heebie-jeebies.
I'm a big tipper. I'm a good tipper. I always say I'm a good tipper. I stand by being a good tipper. All right, just let it be known.
People
that
who are good
Kevin,
tippers, you're sweating right now.
Kevin Kippy James Ryan is a good tipper.
I would like
all
to
right?
say that I am a good tipper.
And but I didn't have any cash on me, right? And I'm like, oh well, I'll get paid, something, whatever. So, but then this guy, so I get served. I did eat. I think I got fries. So then he serves me the fries. So this guy comes up. He takes the fries, and then a guy comes up next to me and orders a beer. But then whatever. The exchange of it is he left a 20 in front of me.
Who's this guy?
Just a guy buying a drink at the
And
bar.
you pretended it was your.
I
20?
didn't pretend it was anything. They
What?
assumed. They said.
When was this?
Oh my god.
I'm keeping the club vague, but it was on the road. It was on the road 6 years ago. Okay, it was in
Years ago,
East of Pip.
I used to get
No, hold
meals
on,
from
so-
the club and take them home for dinner the next night.
You used to do what?
I have a feeling you've done that
I used
more
to
than
take,
a couple of years ago.
I used to take extra meals from the club and take them home for dinner the next night. Yeah.
But
Comedy Cove
so
in
he just
Jersey.
goes,
Sorry.
Oh, well, yeah, that deserves it. So he goes. So he just grabbed. It was a 20. So he just grabs the 20, and I'm not really, I got my phone out or whatever. I'm going over notes, getting ready for the show. He goes, "Thank you so much, man. That means a lot." And walked away. And I was like,
What
yeah.
about, did they ever ask about the beer?
He paid for the beer. They like say it was $5 for the beer. The guy gave him a $5. The guy went.
Who's this guy? This guy's got
This
cash.
guy's got. That's what I'm saying. He probably whacked him off another 20. So he grabs the 20. Goes, "Thanks a lot, man. I wasn't really paying attention." I go, "Oh yeah, sure." And then
You knew.
I swear to God, I didn't know. So then he walked away, and I'm like, "Oh, he thought I left that fucking 20." But also now I ain't got no cash on me. It's the whole thing. So I'm like,
I wouldn't be able to walk up and order anything.
So then I go, all right. So then I'm like, I'll make it right. I just don't have the courage to make it right at the moment. You know, like in my head, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to say. He's gonna think I tried to pawn it off like it's mine. And then he must have went and told the other guy because the other guy came up to me and goes, "Thanks a lot for that, by the way." And I'm like, oh, buddy, I'm in it. I can't. So I was just like, yeah, man. And I just left with my head between my legs.
Hey, you're good kids.
Like
Go
a
ahead.
real big piece of fucking shit.
Did you tip them out at
I
the end of
did
the
it.
weekend?
Not on that. I tipped on the first night. This was the second night. So not only did I
So after you got paid, you didn't go back and say, "Hey, by the way, just
I
so
did
you
it.
know,
I
that
can't
20
re-tip them
wasn't
again.
mine."
No, I already lied. I was in.
You want to hear?
You gotta fucking kill all the witnesses. You know what I mean?
Hear a
God.
shit tipping story?
Man,
I'm
that
not
is
proud of that.
Have you ever worked
trash.
at restaurants?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably still do.
He's a waitress.
So,
You gotta get to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
after
But
that.
from doing that for so long, I'm like ultra sensitive, and I was like a huge radar for that.
yes, always. I always tip out well.
Always, of course.
And you know, at clubs, I always
Except that
break
one
off,
time. Yeah.
You know, and
Except for that one time.
Yeah.
dude, I was working at a restaurant, and you know the stereotype about certain types of people that don't tip. And we have a lot of them that are friends.
Australians?
We came up with them in
Canadians.
Philly, you know. And,
You know that's a term in the industry. They say Canadians. Like in,
I know,
in like
so-
racist Philly.
I
Yeah,
know, whatever. But I go to take the thing, and I look, and I see on the credit slip they just didn't put anything for tip and
Yeah.
signed it, and I was like a new waiter, and I was
You
like,
wrote it in.
what the fuck? I was like, are you kidding me?
You're a hero.
It's like and my inner racism started going. I was like, I fucking knew it. And then I go to chase him down the street, and I'm like, you didn't fucking leave me a tip. And they go, take the receipt out. And I take it out, and it's all cash tip. And I was like, I'm the
I'm a
piece
jerk
of shit.
off. Yep.
Yikes.
I
wrong.
suck.
I'm a piece of shit. Fuck me. And you know, it was. I just felt so.
But
bad.
sometimes-
I didn't outwardly
I've
say
seen that
anything bad.
stereotype disproven,
Of course.
multiple times.
Of course.
Yeah.
I had so this.
But do a club in St. Louis, and you'll see it proven a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
And you'll see the staff also really go along with it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
tell you that it's true.
Yeah.
I worked at the Dallas Barbecue in Times Square for a little while when
Shut
I worked there the first
up.
time. Yeah.
What was that like?
He didn't have money to pay his bill.
Oh my God. Was it like a Mace video from '97?
It was brutal. It was brutal. That's the place where they put they have like the frozen drinks.
No-
and they
no
stick
money, no tip.
They stick the beer or like the little bottle of Hennessy
Yeah.
or whatever in there.
In the
That's
in the
garbage.
frozen
How was that?
margarita.
Ah, that's garbage.
Do you remember the story in Chelsea about like that gay hate crime? Some guy threw a chair at a gay guy in the Chelsea Dallas BBQ.
Where'd that come from? Oh, it was in Dallas Barbecue.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Yeah. So what happened? Was it a war zone?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I do, but like I do respect a garbage move. That happened. You telling that thing. There was a restaurant in Center City, Philadelphia when I was working, and I went in for lunch and I got like chicken fingers and like a soda or something. Big chicken fingers and Diet Coke kind of guy.
Aristocrat.
Yeah. Wow.
How are the chicken fingers?
I'll
this
take the
evening,
chicken
sir?
fingers platter, please. I'm a platter man
Can you
myself.
fry him twice?
Double
Chips
fried.
and a pickle, please.
You know me, double fry.
So, can I substitute the? Fuck, I fucked it up. I was gonna say coleslaw for more.
Can I
chicken
substitute the fries for more chicken fingers?
Can
So-
I substitute that joke for a better punchline?
fingers. So then I wrote out. Let's just say the tip was $9, right? I'm making this number up. It was $9. The tip was, and I only had $100 in my account, so it was like. I swiped my card. It was 10. The whole bill should have been 20.
Right.
And then I left the 10th. I left the thing. And I left the other receipt as well. You know how they give you the merchant copy and the.
Sure.
So when I left the
Customer
other one,
copy.
the customer copy, I left that as well. And
Oh, you're an idiot.
I
You always
know
take
I
that.
haven't done it since. So he fucking made it. The total. He made the total $100. Completely cleared out my bank account to zero. Like I woke up the next
Did
morning.
you go back there?
Went back there. They closed that night for good.
You're
it was his
lying.
last hurrah.
Wow.
Swear to God, walked up, fucking doors boarded up, closed for out of business.
Shut up.
And I was
That's
like,
a
"You
trash-
fucking got me." I'm
That's
like, "But you
pretty
got
good.
me. I got. I
That's
can't
a
help it.
scumbag move. and
I
like it.
got.
Dude, one time I was on acid and I went and got a cheeseburger in the East Village, and it was like the world's best cheeseburger. And I was like, I can't wait to eat this. And so then I was eating it, and I was like,
I had a dream a cheeseburger was eating me.
this is not the best cheeseburger. This is the moment in time you stand up for yourself and make it. So I went and got my money back for the cheeseburger.
Nuh-uh.
And I convinced myself on my acid trip that I started a new me, one that
Jesus.
takes up for himself.
Nope, you're garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I was drinking, I used to do a thing where I would go up and say that I'd stand at the bar and here you go. Put on my tab, Ryan.
And then you piggyback on that.
Well, I would go up to the guy and be like, hey, I had that same shirt. Wow. And make a big deal and be like, can I get you a drink? And he'd be like, okay. And then I go up to the bar and be like, hey, can you put this on the Ryan tab? And I get a couple drinks. And then I go up and give him one and I just fucking walk away.
That's not terrible. It's a
scumbag.
shicey move, but that's smart at least.
Yeah.
That's like the old Seabass said, put it on his tab.
Where do you think I learned it?
Yeah, then he grabbed some Twizzlers
Yep.
and a magazine.
Yep.
Oh, what happened? You caught up with me down the road
Yeah.
and fucking beat
Where
the
do you
shit
think
out
I
of him.
learned it?
That's great.
That's good stuff.
Fucking Ian Seabass Fidance.
All right, let's get into the game here, gang.
All right.
All right, so Ian, we're going to ask you 15 to 20 questions, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Now, they're just conversation starters, all right? Nothing too serious,
Yeah, I know how podcasts work.
just to kind of determine, what we're working with here. As we know, Ian is
Yes.
a stand-up comedian here in New
Yes.
York City. He's a regular guest on the U Up radio show with Nikki Glazer on
Every
Sirius
Thursday.
XM, and he's out on tour right now with Mr. David Tell.
That's right.
But we have to find
Jealous of
out,
that. That's awesome.
are you garbage?
Bumping mics. What?
Are you garbage?
I mean, we've already talked about it.
Yeah, it's the level of how garbage you are.
Oh, on these situations?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Kind of
do
how
it.
you grew up type stuff.
Because for some reason this weekend I went home for the weekend, and my parents and I started talking about something when I was a kid, and I realized how much garbage I am. You know, our primary source of heat when I was a kid was a coal stove.
I don't even know what that is.
That's amazing.
What is that?
That's amazing.
like
Means you couldn't afford
Like
central
Kingsford
heating.
No,
coal?
we could. It's just that was like the thing. We liked it.
Oh, dude,
That's what your poor parents told you. Nobody likes that.
My
A
favorite
truck would pull up every couple of weeks, and it would
give you coal.
It would pour little things of coal into a coal bin, and me and my brother would have to bring the coal inside.
That seems rustic.
Yeah, that's
that
how you got-
doesn't seem trash. That seems rustic and.
Did you have a heater?
No, you'd pour it into a coal stove, and you would get.
I don't
it
know
on
what any
fire.
of this. This sounds like fucking home on the
Yeah,
home on the
that
range
sounds-
to me. I don't know what
that
any of this
sounds
is.
rustic and nice. Like that would happen in a town called Mountaintop.
It would.
You know?
This was in Bluebell, Pennsylvania, though.
Dude, I
They
realized
live next to the Super Fresh.
This was in Center City, Philadelphia.
I realized I was trash when my favorite memories as a kid were going to the dump, loading up the truck, throwing shit in the dump, the Cherry Island dump.
You know what else was a
know?
big one for me when I realized was we would go trash picking.
What?
Yeah, we
Wow.
like drive around with my stepdad and like take a bike that you would see or a lamp or something. I don't
Wow.
know.
Wait, were you just stealing? Or what
Oh my god.
Yeah, in people's garages, you know, where people keep their trash, their
Oh,
living room.
we used to
their
do that.
The
Gara-
safe under the bed.
Garage hopping.
Oh yeah, I have
You ever
friends that
do
like
that?
had permanent records from garage.
Oh,
hopping.
dude, you used to go out at night, and if they left a garage
you
door
go
open,
in and steal beer and shit.
yeah,
that's
you
all
go
we
to the
would steal
garage
is
freezer
beer.
and steal beer.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get fucking murdered.
Garage
yeah,
fridge.
you can't do that.
Garage fridge. Kevin and I are big fans.
Hey, dude, yeah,
Love the garage
garage fridge.
You have a
it's the
garage
best.
fridge?
Dude. When someone we couldn't. No.
They were one
When-
fridge people.
Yeah. We just had a
They
cooler
had a
with
college.
ice.
they had a college boy in the living room.
Dude, when fucking you were at someone's house and you heard go to the fridge in the garage.
Yeah,
you-
I had one.
Oh,
and
ice
they had
cream
the
sandwich.
Italian
I still have
parents had all the stuff in the jar full of oil.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait,
and
what?
then the
Whoa, whoa,
homemade
whoa.
cough syrup your
Wait, wait, wait,
grandfather
wait,
made
wait.
was next to it.
wait, what? Jars full of oil?
With like the peppers in it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like the
Oh,
clear, the clear
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Mason jars.
Yeah.
with all the stuff in them. Yeah.
Ours had like fucking ice pops and sodas and Capri Suns and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Dunkaroos.
Not fucking homemade canned peaches.
And you had that steak from 5 years ago that was frozen.
Yeah, it's like
you know?
dude, that thing is like a fucking
Oh,
dry
oh,
ice in there.
Fucking
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
All right, so as everybody knows, or if we had said here on the podcast, Ian is from Wilmington, Delaware.
That's right.
Wilmington proper?
5 minutes outside
5
of
minutes outside.
Wilmington proper. Behind a shopping center.
Just a couple
where I
of
live.
basic questions. Yeah, what was the grocery store that you went to when you were a kid? What was the name?
Acme.
Acme?
Good. It's
Pretty
middle of the
classy.
road, meaty
Yep.
part of the curve.
Yep.
Acme's ain't bad.
Name of your dentist and or pediatrician when you were a kid.
Dr. Eng.
Was he also in the same shopping center?
Oh, and Doctor.
Was he in the Acme?
I forget what doctor.
Right
I
next
had.
to the deli
I
counter.
think his name was like Dr. DeSantos or DeSanto or something.
That
but
sounds like a DJ.
I had.
Welcome back to the Dr. DeSanto
He's
show.
at that wedding you didn't get invited to.
Turns out you got chicken pox. Dude, Dr. DeSanto, I had an
I
allergic.
like how you put the headphones on for that.
Oh yeah, dude.
I know, it's great.
Dr. DeSanto, I had an allergic reaction to C-chlor, and my body broke out in hives, and I was almost paralyzed. I couldn't
What's that?
move.
What's
C-chlor.
It's some medication. I don't know.
okay.
But
Knocks
we took
kids
him
out
to the
so you can
doctor,
bang 'em in the room.
And every time I was touched, I would scream. I was in such pain. And he was like, he won't lay down. And my dad was in the room. He's like, he's in pain. Don't touch him like that. And he goes, well, he's not cooperating. And he pushed me down. And I screamed. My dad took him and pushed him up the wall. I was like, don't ever fucking touch my son
Jesus
again.
Christ.
Oh,
And then we
that's
went to the
garbage
hospital.
right there.
Yeah, I like that, though.
One time I got in a fight on that thing that you stand that playground toy.
Yeah,
you know,
merry-go-round.
you spin, right? Me and a kid got in a fight on
They
that.
don't have those anymore, by the way.
Me and a kid got in
It
a
used to
fight
just
on
be
that.
metal.
yeah,
It
it's
used to be
just straight
steel.
fucking metal.
No
Me and a
foam.
kid got in a fight on that about the Eagles, and my dad.
I love the Eagles.
My
I
dad,
love the Eagles.
My dad stopped it and put us both on the ground so we could fight in a safer
That's
environment.
fucking trash.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad would do the same thing.
Woo! They don't make them like that no more.
Yeah.
All right, Kippy, what do you got?
All right. Let's see. Sorry. Has anyone in your family ever owned a waterbed?
Yes.
That is fucking.
I
rad.
owned one.
I had
Yep.
one too.
I
and
popped
and,
one.
and
too.
I used to sleep there.
Was it
Yep.
heated? Oh, mine was heated.
No, it wasn't
so
heated,
fucking
but it
weird.
was it a single ant?
It was Aunt Tiny.
If you got an Aunt Tiny, you're fucking trash.
It was
What's your
Aunt
name?
Tiny, and she lived.
She was a trucker.
Aunt Tiny, who was single and had her own water
Aunt
bed?
Ti- Aunt Tiny-
She was getting it in.
Aunt Tiny, who lived next door to my Aunt Dolly.
Oh.
Anytime relatives are that close, it's fucking strange.
Yep,
Yeah,
and Aunt Dolly also had a room where Aunt Sis lived. Yep,
What's
Delaware, baby.
not one of them had a real name in that whole story. Aunt Sis, Aunt Elbow, Aunt. You
And
know.
it was
Social Security
next
purposes.
to a salvage yard in Ellesmere, Delaware.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you know what's really trashy, too? Did you grow
Then
up?
Aunt Dolly had an above-ground pool. Continue.
I have an above
He's
ground
got a
pool.
semi-above ground pool,
Shut
which is
up.
even more trash. It's like dug 2 feet into the
Oh,
ground.
the-
My
knee
parents,
high.
and my parents built a deck around it so you can jump right in.
Dude, he thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. It is
my
fucking
God. It
garbage.
It keeps you cooler in the
We
summer.
used to have to take
in-ground
turns.
pools. They're
That's
too
what
warm.
trash. You're justifying the garbageness. Just admit
We
it.
had to take turns on the one lawn chair to get a suntan.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did you grow up near a quarry?
No.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But I was 10 minutes away from a coal, like oil plant, like a bunch of power plants.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever had a
That
pet
explains the forehead.
Hey,
and the hairline?
take what? No. This is- more questions.
Have you ever owned a guinea pig?
No, never.
A snake?
Never.
A hermit crab?
Yes.
All right, there you
I
go. I
used
got
to-
you.
I used to thunk them off the cage. Remember that?
Garbage.
Yeah, you probably
You'd gain their trust a little bit, and you'd be like, I don't
outside
think so,
burning ants,
Herman.
too. Yeah.
Have you or any member of your family ever traveled to another state or another town with the express purpose of going to a buffet?
Yes.
Jesus.
It's at Lancaster, Pennsylvania. My grandparents made friends with the Amish, and I had 2 Thanksgivings with a straight up Amish family where we shot the turkey.
Oh, you shot the turkey?
Yes, and I would walk around barefoot with them and wear plain clothes so that they would feel more comfortable because they wear all black, and I'd shovel the manure. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jebediah Fidance.
Yep.
Anyone in your family play scratch-off lottery tickets?
Yes. I had an uncle that ran numbers.
Yeah.
That's pretty classy,
Yeah,
actually.
numbers. That's a respectable job.
Yeah.
Growing up, did your family have any roommates?
We we had a minor league baseball player stay in our house.
Yeah, stay at your house.
Did he happen to stay in your mom's room?
And one day, I swear
Your
to
mama
God,
sure does love your baseball, boy.
one day, I swear to God, I made a joke on Twitter that was like, I love Ghostbusters so much, I wonder if I was molested when I watched it. Immediately, this guy I hadn't talked to in years DM'd me
What?
and goes,
What?
hey, we should hang out sometime.
Shut up. Why? You
Catch
think
up.
he got to you? I kind of think I was molested too and
I
blocked
don't
it
know,
out.
but I kind of have an aversion to baseball now.
And baseball players. Kippy?
Are there currently any ketchup packets in your fridge?
Soy sauce packets. But that's normal.
That's on the fence. Soy sauce.
I collect
yeah,
chopsticks.
yeah, it's normal. Nobody
Yeah.
really keeps a big jar of soy sauce.
Right. Well, I do because I have Asian roommates.
Yeah, I got a big.
How progressive
I
of
got an
you.
Asian
Yes.
girlfriend. We got the best stuff.
Okay, what is it? What are you trying to prove me wrong here?
Fair enough. What about who used to babysit you when you were a kid?
Oh, dude,
my
I had a
God.
fucking cast of characters.
Because we had a woman that was mentally challenged that babysat.
What?
And yo, let me tell you something. We fucking tortured this poor woman.
Jesus.
We used to. She would send us to bed. We would wait like an hour, like a full hour, and then sneak back downstairs while she was all by herself watching TV, and sneak up into the chair behind her and just fucking yank the recliner back so she would fall. We'd scream this. We'd yell "moon ride." That's what we called it. We called it a moon ride. We'd give Doreen Korecki a moon ride.
That's a trashy
So
name. Doreen
Doreen
Korecki.
Oh
Call
my
Doreen.
God.
Me and Terry are going out.
Oh my God.
I left 20 for pizza.
Call
No
that,
more moon rides either, Henry.
Call that retard Doreen and hide the sharp objects.
Well, you know what was crazy is that like after a little while they hired another one that would come with her, and she was also mentally challenged.
They were the only two people that lived in Moontop. What are you talking about? Mountaintop, wherever the fuck you were from.
Oh my God.
Dude, we had one. So my buddy had one growing up, and like his parents would go out, and this woman, I don't know, she was from the wrong side of the tracks in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Bad, like
A lot of babysitters are from the wrong side.
yeah. Well,
unless you get into the
there's-
au pair
there's
territory.
There's no fucking rogue scholars going out for babysitting jobs. So she would let us. We were 12, 13, and she would let us watch porn. And now looking back, I'm
What?
like,
The first.
This
Wait,
is
how old
fucking-
was she?
like 20s, 30s.
That's
She hot?
creepy.
No.
Still.
Dude,
Hard no.
The first time
She's like,
I,
we can watch some when we get home. We were leaving in the Chamonix Mall. I'm like, drop me off, lady. This is fucking
Wait,
sketchy.
really?
Yeah.
Dude, that you were one step
Think your
away
brother-
from being molested.
It was my friend. So like I was with my friends. And
Oh.
his-
If you're 13 and she's 20, that's not molested.
no, she was like
That's a
she was
fucking
late
touchdown.
20. She was late 20. She shouldn't have been. She shouldn't
You
have been
wanna-
doing it.
all right, you
There's
wanna-
no way I was going to.
Obviously.
I was going to be in a position for her to molest me, but
You want to talk garbage?
Get your
Doggy
little-
style.
touch your little
I was
pee-pee.
bent over. Hey, what do you want to?
You want to talk garbage? The first cigarette I ever smoked was with my babysitter.
Ah, that's pretty bad.
And
What
if-
was it? What was the brand?
And
Merit?
my
Was
mom's
it a Merit?
true box. Remember those? The gray box of cigarettes.
No.
If I behaved well with my stepdad's family, my mom would let me smoke cigarettes.
How old were you?
6th grade,
Jeez.
7th
Oh
grade.
my.
That's
It was
not-
the 80s,
It was
though.
yeah. It was. I mean,
90s.
that's still-
It was like
that's-
96, 97.
that's still-
Your mom would let you smoke?
I was such a bad.
I'll
reckless
let you
kid.
have a cigarette.
Yeah.
If you're good, I'll let you have a cigarette.
I'll
Ian.
give you one of my
I'll
Paul
give you one
Malzian.
cigarette if you behave yourself.
Does your mom have a cigarette purse, like those little cases that
The little
No.
red
The
purse
women
that
used to-
snaps open. Yeah.
Oh, they used to put their cigarettes in. We used to play with that all the time.
No,
all right,
but
I-
they would just. I didn't have a red purse. I just had red marks where they put the cigarettes out on me.
Have you
Anyway,
have you ever owned or acquired a timeshare?
no,
Have you ever sold timeshares?
no. But I sold free construction estimates.
I did that too.
Are you
Yeah,
currently?
yeah. Who'd you
or
work
is-
for? Who was it? What was it?
Apsley Builders
Oh.
in Delaware.
I was Global Home.
Hang on a
Improvement.
second here. Are you or any member of your family currently interested in a timeshare?
That's a good piece of business right there, H. Foley.
by the end of the show, I'm like, watch out with a timeshare.
Yeah. You're like,
Because-
they gave me a pen. It's fiscally irresponsible
have
not to
been
do
wanting
it.
to
Because when we were in AC last together, there was a dude in the 5 and Dime store that had his own little stand that was
Yeah,
working.
he was pitching them. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
dude,
trash.
he had been doing meth for like a week,
Yeah.
and he put the polo shirt on.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh man,
Not good. Is there still a VCR at your mom's house?
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa, what's she watching? Huh? Yikes.
Yeah. Go, Foley.
When you were, okay, here you go. Is your belly button an innie or an outie? Because if it's an outie, you're garbage.
Is an Annie.
Oh, but I bet you were the kind of kid that had an outie when you were a kid. You seem like you were a little skinny skinny kid that was like muscular.
My uncle said that I look like a bleached Rwandan. when I was younger.
Real progressive guy.
Remember the Rwandan genocide?
Is that the uncle that worked for the Obama campaign? I can't remember.
No, he's the one that blew his head off a couple years ago.
Classic.
Oh, that's garbage too. Any suicides in the family? Hooray!
Yeah. He ran out of his government Vietnam money and blew his head off.
Anybody go postal in your family?
Yeah.
Have you ever used a barbecue in a public park to cook out?
Yes, I've done
all
that.
the time.
That's not garbage.
That's
We used to have
garbage.
family dinners at a rest stop.
That's garbage.
Yes.
Which one?
Smyrna. Delaware.
Dude, Smyrna. I don't know
Why?
what Smyrna
Why?
is.
Why
I've
would
driven
you
by
go there?
Smyrna a
Because that was
million
a
times.
central location for us to meet.
That's a little. I
But
mean,
that was
a
fun.
rest
You-
stop.
It had like a park. You
Yeah,
had a
he
little
says the
grill.
same thing
You
about his
play, like,
semi
baseball.
above ground and indoor outdoor
These are
pool.
good memories. Just
I'm not
because it's-
saying they're not.
It's you
but
make
it's trash.
the best with what you got.
Of course.
And I'd rather have that than a fucking. I don't even know what rich people do for whatever. Or
We,
like
we
you
went to
know.
the shore.
We went to the beach. We would all pitch in and rent like a condo together. You know.
Yeah.
My dad.
27 people for
My
a
dad,
night.
my dad's
hold
mom
on, hold on,
lived
hold
in
on.
a trailer.
A
We
condo?
used to go down there.
Was it near a beach or anything?
Yeah, it was on the boardwalk.
Or just like in like,
at
like
the
in
end of the
another part
boardwalk.
of your town?
No, it was at in Rehoboth Beach.
Rehoboth.
Yeah, we'd all cram into a condo together. First week of August, my dad's mom had a trailer down in like Lewis. He and I would go down there and we'd fix things up at the trailer. It was the best.
You know, we
I loved it.
When my father, when we moved to Philadelphia, to the suburbs of Philadelphia, which I believe changed us from becoming
Mountain
absolutely
people. Yeah,
complete garbage.
You would have been a squirrel hunter or something.
Oh,
my
I can't
God.
imagine what
I can't hang out. I gotta go hunting for beaver pelt.
Because haven't you done Wisecrackers?
Yeah.
So that's where I grew up.
Headline there in April.
That's where I grew up in Wilkes-Barre.
Wow.
So we would have stayed up there
That's
instead of
pill
moving.
country.
Instead of moving.
Yeah, that's bad.
I used to date a girl that lived in a halfway house in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
I used to go up and visit her.
So we moved out of there when I was in 4th grade and moved down to
I
the
told her
suburbs.
I loved her in a Denny's. What?
We moved to the suburbs of Philadelphia. That's
Where?
garbage, by the way.
I know.
Telling somebody that lives in a halfway house that you love them at Denny's.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Trash.
been to a Denny's recently. Still a top shelf operation.
Amazing.
Oh my God!
You look like you were at a Denny's today.
Get the
You
sample.
look like you are a Denny's.
But if we stayed in Wilkes-Barre and didn't move to the suburbs of Philadelphia, which is a nice area, I God knows what I'd be doing right now.
You'd probably be better off.
Yeah, you'd be a property owner for sure.
Yeah, dude. You'd probably have a family. You'd be content.
No.
You wouldn't have to get
You wouldn't be-
glasses
you
that
would-
make you feel better.
You wouldn't be wearing Big Pun sweatshirt either.
Yeah. You wouldn't be wearing a leather vest
Still
jacket.
not a player. I just eat a lot. You fucking stink.
Yeah, you probably have a better colored tongue.
Yeah, that thing.
Why?
That looks like a cow's tongue.
Look like a Shiba Inu's tongue.
Like a who?
They got discolored tongues. Shiba Inus.
Shibu
Dogs. Those Japanese dogs.
This is my friend, Japanese dog H. Foley, everybody. Don't forget to rate, review, and
He
subscribe.
follows me to work every day. Just sits waiting for me to get out.
Oh my!
I practice kissing him.
One time. One time. Give me another question.
I got
Go
one.
ahead, Kippy.
All right.
I think I'm out.
I think
This
I got,
is so
I got-
funny
I
because
got
I'm
one or two
realizing all
more.
these things and I'm like,
course.
wow, this is the best.
Yeah, of
I
course.
love it.
Have you ever been to a wedding at a VFW?
No.
I have. I've been to a couple.
Let me tell you something.
But
You
my
know what's-
ska band used to play there.
You know what oddly goes good together? Mashed potatoes and meatballs go phenomenal
Yeah.
together. That's always what they have there. Mashed potatoes, meatballs.
Yeah.
They have some kind of roast
Would
beef,
you cater the fucking thing?
fried chicken, and a little coleslaw. How do you feel about coleslaw?
I have played a VFW hall.
Because if you like coleslaw,
You're fucking trash.
I
but
have
it's awesome.
I have played a coleslaw is one of my favorites. I have played a
Pulls out a
VFW
cup.
hall.
Yeah, me too.
That was also a place where they had like a funeral, and they had a funeral the week before, a funeral the week after, and they just didn't change anything because it would be too
just
much
turned.
work.
Oh God,
In,
that's terrible.
That'd be kind of
And-
pretty cool for the band, though.
Fuck, where was it? It was somewhere in Pennsylvania.
There's a lot in
Wait,
Pennsylvania.
hold on. What
Skip
was
back?
What was the name of your band?
Sock full of pennies.
That's not too bad.
PENNYZ.
That's
Bag
terrible.
full of trash.
This is one I think it's a very common. Do you pee in the pool?
No, but I pee in public.
I pee in the pool.
What do you mean?
I pee outside.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I
mean,
pee
you
on the
gotta go-
street. I
yeah.
pee between cars.
Yeah.
You know, I've shit in a bag on Lansdowne Street in Boston.
How do you feel about the
Christ.
Fast and the Furious franchise?
Never seen it.
They're pretty good. Not too bad.
Never seen it.
All right, I got one more. Pick one.
Yeah.
You got Applebee's, Fridays, or Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. All day.
Really?
I gotta go
Yes.
Fridays. Me and you went to Fridays in Altoona,
Let
Pennsylvania.
me tell you something.
Oh, buddy, that was a game changer. I don't know if they got a new head chef or what they're doing, but it ain't bad.
I'm telling you, if you go to one of those casual dining establishments in small towns where there's not like a real restaurant, they are fucking
On
packed,
point, yeah.
and they are on fucking point. I went to a Denny's in Altoona with Cotton, and it was
You
like
spent a lot of fucking time in Altoona, Pennsylvania?
Spent a couple nights there. What
He
of it?
looks like Altoona. That's his
Looks like
name.
looks like
Hey, I'm Tuna. Al Tuna. Nice to meet
Done a couple of shows
looks like
there.
he had some bad Altoona.
Anyway, at this nice restaurant, Denny's. Real classy.
Yeah.
You should tell Cotton you loved him.
All
Could
right.
have had a Michelin star. So that's
Moral
the game.
of the story is you're fucking garbage.
you're
we knew that
fucking
going in.
trash.
But I'm
a lovable garbage and
recycled.
proud of
I'm
it.
a lovable garbage
course.
can. And
We all are. That's the point is
Yes.
everybody's fucking trash, and it's funny to
And
jump back into your life.
It's good to admit it because to ever think that you're not is lying to yourself.
Of course.
Even if you're
anyone
rich.
that tries to say that they're but I feel like rich people's garbage is more like manipulative behaviors in a way. Like our garbage was a lot of physical, circumstantial things,
Sure.
but I feel like rich people's garbage is like, oh, I spread rumors about something.
Yeah, no,
like
but
that.
they still do like
Rich people
each-
are really good with their family too. Like they don't like they're not like as like loving with each other.
Yeah.
And like not as loving with each other, but like they'll be like they'll go out to dinner and they'll split the check or something weird like that.
I don't know. I just say like, give me a park, give me a bench, and give me a grill that's nailed to the ground, and I'll give you a good childhood.
No, for sure. I get you.
Couple
Yeah.
minor league baseball players thrown in there too, huh?
Just don't make sure we don't watch Ghostbusters.
Listen, gang, this is our brand new podcast.
Guys,
It's
we
called
wanna-
Are You Garbage?
We want to tell you to rate, review, and subscribe on
Yes.
iTunes. It'll be on YouTube, on Laughable,
Yeah.
on Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. But especially iTunes. Please rate, review, leave 5 stars, and tell a friend. We appreciate it.
And can I tell you to follow me on Instagram?
Of course,
Absolutely.
and plug anything you want, buddy.
What do you
At
have, buddy?
iAnimal, like iPhone, but iAnimal.
iAnimal.
IanFidance.com for all my dates. I got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And
some shows coming up.
Yeah, baby.
doing good.
I'm going on tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I couldn't be happier that you guys asked me to do this.
Ah, buddy, thank
You're
you
two
so
of
much.
my oldest friends in comedy. I love you both so much.
I got to tell you, he vetoed it right away, though.
Well, he's not acting like
I'm
it with
kidding.
all
I'm
his
kidding.
fucking
I'm
phone
ki- I'm
calls
kidding.
every
I'm kidding.
day. Hey, so here's a question. Here's a time. Here's
I
a
wanted to
question.
make sure you would show up.
Oh my God! Of course I would.
But it all worked out. The experiment I thought was pretty good.
Yes,
Are
it's
You
great.
Garbage? We're going to
Happy.
keep
yeah,
it moving.
yeah. I'm so happy I could be a part of it.
Thank you, buddy.
guys so much. I love you both. Thank you.
I want to make sure everybody subscribe on all these platforms.
We got it. Anxious. All right.
We need this. Kippy, what do you got?
That's it. KevinRyanComedy.com on all social media. It's at Kevin Ryan Comedy, Twitter, Facebook.
Anything coming up?
All my dates are I'll be in AC, Connecticut, a couple shows in Connecticut. Yeah, so just go to KevinRyanComedy.com.
Very nice. I got a couple of things. I just want everybody to keep an eye out for the new season of The Last OG on
Me
PBS.
too. I'm
Ian's
on
going to
it
be
as
on it
well.
as well.
We're both on Last OG.
You going to the rap party? Oh, that's
Tonight.
Oh,
I gotta go home and
shit.
shower.
You got your cool jacket on.
Yes,
Oh
I
my God,
do.
you fucking
Mix it up.
loser.
Yeah.
Hey Tracy, I'm just like you.
Keep an eye out for that.
Who are you?
And I have a movie coming out in the spring called The Outside Story with Brian Tyree Henry. It's an awesome movie.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for it. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode and a brand new guest. Are You Garbage?
See ya.
Thanks, guys.